The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And would you believe that on YouTube we're all caught up? You are now seeing games the day after they air live on Twitch. How about that? So you can watch the next day on YouTube, or us pretty much 4 or 5 days a week at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. But anyway, that's not for here nor there. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program. And today, this 21st day of July 2020, or Monday night, August 21st, 1978, we are down to the nitty-gritty. This is the Philadelphia Phillies and San Diego Padres from the Vet in Philadelphia. It's a warm night in the city of brotherly love, 84 degrees, winds blowing out to center at 14 miles an hour, and the ballpark is playing small for home runs, which should help people like Oscar Gamble and Dave Winfield, who normally struggle at the friendly or not so home run friendly confines of Jack Murphy Stadium. Randy Lurch, who I don't believe we've seen in this replay, is on the hill for the Phillies, and Gaylord Perry is going to do some expectorant on a few baseballs for the San Diego Padres. So that's what we got for you. The first place Philadelphia Phillies and the San Diego Padres, who are now 6 back of the Dodgers as they continue to play eastward. So on and on we go as we do some baseball for you next right here on the channel, as Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1978. Tonight, from the Vet in Philadelphia, it is the first place Philadelphia Phillies in the National League East versus the second place in the National League West, San Diego Padres. And this game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so Randy Lurch continues to take his warm-up tosses as the Phillies have 42 games to go, including this one. This is his 20th start of the year, so he has 8 left after this one. He is 10-6 with an ERA of 4 even. 4.00. He is a fly ball pitcher and a fastball pitcher at 88. He has started 1 game against the Padres. He went the distance. 3 hits, 2 runs. It was earned. He walked 4 and struck out 4 in the win. But his last appearance was against the Dodgers 4 days ago, and the Dodgers lit him right up for the loss. 3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 1. So, in 132 and 2/3 innings, he's allowed 125 hits, just 7 homers, 65 runs, 59 are earned. He has walked 57 and struck out 71. And if you're wondering when he beat the Padres, it was April 30th for his first win of the year. How you doing, Mr. Forsberg? Nice to have you along. And this will be the lineup that Randy Lurch will face. It'll be Ozzie Smith leading off for the Padres, still in the Harry Potter stage of his career. Daryl Thomas is in center field. He'll bat second. Tribe fan, how are you? Oscar Gamble will bat third and play left. Dave Winfield in right will clean up. Gene Tennis will bat fifth and play first. Freddie Gonzalez at second will go sixth. Billy Allman and his band will play third and bat seventh. Dave Roberts behind the plate will bat eighth. And Gaylord Perry, how you doing? SG replay, San Diego replay. So looks like good day at work so far. Glad you got the bus into Cleveland. And so that's how the Padres will line up. For the Phillies, it's Luzinski and left. He's a 4 and a 4. Gary Maddox in center. He's a 10 and a 6. Bake McBride, a 9 and an 8 in right. Around the infield, it's Mike Schmidt, a 10 at third. Larry Boa, a 10 at short. Ted Sizemore a 7 at second, Richie Hebner a 6 at first, and Bob Boone is a Walmart player or a Woolworth player. He's a 10 and a 5 behind the plate. Randy Lerch is an 8 on the mound with a .950 fielding percentage. Yep, Jamie, he does. One of the best throws of all time. So glad you could be with us today at lunch. The second of 9 streams between now and Sunday afternoon. Ozzie at 280, a homer, and 37 RBI. Schmidt and Hebner play for the bunt. Lerch deals, and Ozzie draws ball 4. Brings up Daryl Thomas at 213, 3 homers, and 39 RBI. Padres game 125, 66 and 58, and the Phillies game 121 at 70 and 50. Thomas, line drive left field. Luzinski will pick it up for a base hit. And the Padres had the first 2 on and nobody out for Gamble. In one of those great Topps airbrush special pictures. Of course, with an afro like that, it's going to look like a beanie no matter how big the hat is. Gamble at 303. Actually does hit lefties better than righties. 4 homers and 55 RBI. Lerch deals, and there's a fly ball to right and gone. So Gamble went for the line in right field, and it's 3-0 San Diego before you can open up the jail cells at the vet. McBride had no chance. That was gone the second it left the bat, right down the line. Here it is again. He just got solid wood on it and put it right into that second deck, or the first deck. So before you can say tasty cake, it's 3-0 San Diego. It is 84 degrees and the wind is blowing to dead center at 14 miles an hour. Then Lerch's ERA jumped 0.2 of a run with that. Here's Winfield at 303. He's only hit 6 homers, but has driven in 73. Lerch, line drive, left field, all the way down the wall. Winfield's in with a double. And so the Friars are off to a flying start. So if you go down to Kentucky, you can get some flying Friars that way too. Here's Tennis at 223. 10 homers and 48 RBI. Pitch to Gene is a ground ball base hit left side. Winfield will hold it third. Lerch hasn't retired a batter. Yeah, all 4 have reached. And here's Fernando Gonzalez at 242, a homer, and 27 RBI. And there's a number to Hebner. He will get the force at second, back to first, and, or is it? There's no throw to first. And Gonzalez is on. It's 4-0, and we finally have an out. The Phillies' pen is in good shape if it needs to go a long way. But, yeah, there is definitely stirring in the pen. Allman at 222, no homers, 9 doubles, and 24 RBI. There goes Gonzalez to throw down to Sizemore, not in time. So that's 8 steals for Gonzalez. And I would be remiss, because our resident Dodger fan will be upset, to mention that Randy Lerch's ERA in this ballgame's 108. Pitch to Allman. In the left, Luzinski foul. And some shell-shocked fan from Wilmington, Delaware makes that catch. The count is 0-2. Lerch delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Boa throws it to third, and they don't get anybody. Oh, what a mistake for Sizemore. Instead of getting the runner at first, he tried to get Gonzalez. Oh, baby. Here it is again. Sizemore had a play at first. He went to third instead. Roberts at 311, a homer and 7 RBI. And Randy Lerch just stands there on the mound. Looks like a kid that had his Pop Rock stolen from him. Pitch to Roberts. There goes Allman. And they'll just give him the base. What a stunning inning. So runners on second and third. Still one out, a 1-strike count to Roberts. Struck him out. And 0-2 in there at the knees, and that'll bring up Gaylord Perry at 0.95 and 3 RBI. Remember yesterday, the 20th of July, 1969, the day that man walked on the moon? Gaylord Perry hit his first and only career home run. And of course, the running joke was there'll be a man on the moon before Gaylord Perry hits a home run. And there was indeed a man on the moon before Gaylord Perry hit his only home run. Pitch to Perry, struck him out, and that will retire the side. So it won't be a long game for Lerch, but at least gets out of the first. 4 runs on 4 hits and no errors. San Diego 4, and the Phillies are coming up. So Gaylord Perry making his 28th start of the year. He will not win the National League Cy Young Award winner in 1978. He is looking for win number 12. 11-9 with a 3.33 ERA. It's his 28th start. He has made 1 appearance against the Phillies, 6 innings, 7 hits. 3 runs and a loss, all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 6. He last pitched against the Mets on the 17th and shut him out on a 4-hitter. Struck out 4. So in 194 and a third innings, 196 hits, 80 runs, 16 homers, 72 earned. He has walked 50 and struck out 124. He does the spitball at 82 with a fastball and a ground ball pitcher. So after a shaky June, an okay July, and so far in August, 4 starts and a 2-1 record. Oh, he had 6 career home runs. The moon landing day was his first. And today's odd tidbit, Gaylord Perry has more career home runs than Dwayne Kuiper. I did not know that. So it'll be Mike Schmidt leading off for the Phils. Really? Larry Bowa will play short and bat second. Bake McBride, who normally leads off, will be in right field. He'll go third. Greg Luzinski in left will clean up. Richie Hebner at first will bat fifth. Gary Maddox in center will bat sixth. Bob Boone behind the plate will go seventh. Teddy Sizemore, who cost the Phillies a run, will bat second or bat eighth and play second. And Randy Lerch, who threw 40, that's 4-0 pitches in the first, will bat ninth, maybe. I didn't know that. The rule in baseball at one time is if you hit the foul pole, it was a double, not a home run. He must have. He really struggled. Was it you, Jamie, or someone else that was telling me that that was the year that Smith became an evangelical and really had a hard time with that? He's only hitting 248 and only hit 251 in real life. Defensively for the Padres, Gamble a 5 and a 9 in left, Thomas a 7 and a 7 in center, and Winfield a 9 and a 9 in right. So the point being with Schmidt that maybe just giving him the more at-bats would give him some confidence at the plate. That's all I meant by that. Almond an 8 at third. Ozzie Smith a 9 at short. Gonzalez a 5 at second. And Tennis a 5 at first. Roberts behind the plate a 4 and a 5. And Perry is an 8 on the mound with a 966 fielding percentage. Schmidt at 248, 15 homers and 60 RBI. Perry delivers in shallow left field. Ozzie's there, 1 out. Nope. Well, it is because I do this for a living, but pretty much. A fun game to play, Tribe Fan says, is to think of the oddest player to hit more than 1 home run in his career. CC Sabathia hit 3. Interesting. Only reason why he mentioned it is that today is CC's 40th birthday. Ask Ralph Houck. Okay. The Lions, by the way, trail the Packers 66-0. Boa at 310, 3 homers and 40 RBI. By the way, Dave Gardner has gone in the game to quarterback for the Lions. And he really is a paper tiger. Pitch to Boa is a liner to right field out of play. And a kid from South Philadelphia, born and raised, makes that catch. Count as a ball and 2 strikes. Perry delivers, and there's a liner in the right field. That's going to drop in front of Winfield. And Boa's on with a single. Here's McBride batting third. 10-game hitting streak, hitting .241, 7 homers and 34 RBI. Tempted to hit and run here. And I will. Pitch to McBride as a pop-up right side. Winfield will run out of real estate. And somebody from Wildwood, New Jersey makes that catch, and the count is 2-2. Thank you, sir. I'm amazed that Mr. Gardner can chat on Twitch and play quarterback for the Lions at the same time. Throw to first, Boa back. About hitting the foul pole. Okay. I never remember it being a double. Do you know what year they changed that rule, Mark? And there's a long drive to left. Gamble in the corner makes the catch. Boa will retreat. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. So 2 out for Luzinski as the voice cracks at 246. 27 homers and 85 RBI. 4-0 Padres. Bottom of the first, 2 out. There goes Boa. The throw down to Gonzalez, and Larry's in there. So the 23rd for Boa. And an 0-1 count to Luzinski. Hebner on deck. Pitch. And there's a ground ball right to Ozzie over to first for the out. So Mini Harry Potter makes the play. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. After 1, San Diego 4, Philadelphia nothing. And so speaking of Ron Weasley, here's Ozzie Smith. He is walked and scored his first time up. Lurch was in a lurch. He threw 40 pitches in the first inning of 9 batters. He allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, including the 3-run shot down the line by Gamble to right. He walked 1 and struck out 2. So Ozzie will ground ball to Boa. Over to Hebner, 1 out. So Lurch pretty much in a position where he's in relief of himself. Here's Thomas. Darrell singled and scored in the first. Randy kicks and fires, ball 4. So full count, kind of skidded to the plate. No, but that would be his only home run under today's rule. Okay. Here's Gamble. His 3-run shot in the first was his 5th of the year. And 58 RBIs. Gamble hits a long drive to right. That's going to bounce all the way to the wall. Thomas around third and score. Gamble's going for third. To throw to Schmidt. No. He's in. So Gamble, by the way, has the tough part of the cycle done. He's got the home run and the triple. And it's 5-0. And here's Winfield. Dave doubled his first time up. He scored a run. Pitch from Lurch, ball 4. And Randy's in a world of hurt here. He'll pitch to Tennis. They might be able to get a double play. He singled his first time up. Tennis. Throw down to second. Winfield's trying to steal it, and they got him! So Winfield had a 73% chance of stealing the base, and the throw from Boone was a howitzer, and Sizemore placed the tag. 2 out. So a reprieve from the governor. There, yep, if someone else gets a hit, Lurch has been rung up for sure. You rang. Pitch to Tennis. Line drive, left field, and Lurch is headed for the showers as Tennis will go into third, standing at 6-0 San Diego. And so Gomez Adams comes out of the dugout. And so we replace Lurch with a guy that looks like Lurch, and Warren Brewster. We got a pitching change here in the second. This game coming to you from Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Warren, in his 45th game, is 1-0 with a save with a 1.93 ERA. He's a ground ball plus pitcher, and the fastball tops out at 91. Fourth appearance against the Padres, 2 1/3 innings, a hit, and 3 strikeouts. His last time out was against the Dodgers on the 17th. 3 innings, 2 hits, an unearned run, and a strikeout. So overall, 70 innings, 56 hits, 18 runs, 15 earned. Has not allowed a homer. He has walked 21 and struck out 51. So 2 out in a 6-0 game here in the second inning. Gonzalez reached on the fielder's choice, stole a base and drove in a run. And there's a base hit right center field. Tennis will score at 7-0 San Diego. And the Friars are really frying now. Here's Allman. He's 0 for 1. He reached and stole a base. And Brewster got him to end the inning. He swung on and missed on a 1-2, and that was another big inning for San Diego. 3 runs on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the second inning. San Diego 7, Philadelphia nothing. And before we go any further, if you're not a follower of Rob with an exclamation point channel on YouTube, then you might have missed the news about our friend Dale Lonsdale. Dale is in a hospital in the Cleveland area. He has come down with COVID-19, severe enough that he had overnight surgery Saturday night. His sister is in regular contact with Rob, and he was able to communicate with her, give her a thumbs up on after he came out of the recovery room, and he is expected to be in the hospital for at least a week. Dale was my first Patreon, by the way, a big fan of my channel and Al Red Sox's fans channel, and of course Rob's channel as well. And so we wish our dear friend Dale a speedy recovery as he battles the virus, and hope that he comes out the other stronger and feistier than ever. We're thinking of you, Dale, and if you want to know more about how he's doing, make sure you subscribe to Rob with an exclamation points channel on YouTube. And so Rob and his sister are in touch on a regular basis, and Rob will keep you posted on how Mr. Lonsdale is doing. Get better soon, buddy. We look forward to seeing you on Twitch really soon. So it'll be Richie Hebner, Gary Maddox, and Bob Boone to face Perry here in the second. Hebner at 278, 10 homers, and 49 RBI. Pitch to Richie is a line drive to Ozzie, and that's a Wizard-type play. He makes the catch for the out. I got the wrong channel. This is Chargers-Eagles. Nope. Well, yep. They would play at the vet. You're right. And Rolf Bernerska has hit the extra point. Dan Fouts hits Charlie Joyner on a pass, and it's 7-0 San Diego. Here's Gary Maddox at 273, 9 homers and 49 RBI. Pitch to Gary, got him! So, first strikeout for Perry, swung on and missed on the 75-mile-an-hour Expectorant Express. Brings up Boone, who's at 228. 9 homers and 44 RBI. A lot of the things that Gaylord Perry could do, you could also do with Vaseline. Pitch to Bob. Here's a fly ball to center. Thomas is there. Darrell will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the third. It's 7-0 San Diego. So Warren Brewster comes out for his first full inning of work. He'll face Roberts, Perry, and Ozzie Smith. Roberts struck out in the first. Randy Lerch on this 82-degree night, enjoying a shower and then probably a couple Yinglings. Brewster got him. Full count in there at the knees. Checked his swing. Strike 3. So that'll bring up Perry, who struck out his first time up. And that's 2 for Warren. You look at Warren's picture there. Nice afro. I know this was originally said about John Tudor, but Warren Brewster's picture portrays a guy with the personality of a Massachusetts state trooper. Pitch to Perry. Struck him out. And 0-2 on the outside corner. 2 out. And now bring up Ozzie Smith, who walked and scored. He's 0 for 1. Brewster trying to get the Padres in order for the first time today. And he might do it. Fly ball left center. Luzinski's there and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the third inning. San Diego 7, Philadelphia nothing. And so, here we go. Here's our look at the standings. In the East, the Pirates have cut the Phillies' lead to 3. We don't get a elimination number there yet. Okay. Montreal is 11 back. In the West, the Dodgers' magic number is 33. They've lost 2 straight. San Diego and Cincinnati won their games on Sunday to cut the gap to 6. But time is running out this 21st of August, and someone's going to have to come get them. The Reds have lost 7 of 10. American League West, the magic number for Kansas City is 41. They got a half-game lead over the Rangers, 4 over Minnesota and California. In the East, Milwaukee's magic number is 39, as they hold a 2-game lead over the Orioles and a 3-game lead over the Yankees. And so Sizemore at 229, 15 RBI. San Diego needs to catch their breath. Well, I would doubt that Perry could blow a 7-game lead, but I suppose you wouldn't be saying this in 1978, but in 2020 you'd say, hold my beer. Pitch to Sizemore is a base hit right center field. He's going for 2. The throw to Ozzie, not in time. It's just the third inning. How you doing against the Packers there, Dave? Here's Brewster, who's going to bat 1 for 10. He has struck out 5 times. Going to try and bunt here. Tennis and Allman come in. He drops one down. Roberts fields it, throws it to first. Gonzalez covering. And Sizemore moves to third. So here's Schmidt. Mike is 0 for 1. Perry threw 9 batters, 33 pitches, 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, and a strikeout. Phillies trying to get on the board here. Ground ball to third. Sizemore trots home. They'll concede the run. Throw to Tennis for the out. So 2 out, and it's now 7-1. And that'll bring up Boa, who singled and stole his 23rd base of the year. Pitch to Larry. Ball 4. We know Gardner's waiting for the Tiddlywinks convention. Tip the trophy coverage of that. Follows the ballgame. McBride on a 10-game hitting streak. First walk for Perry. He's 0 for 1. Pitch to Bake. Struck him out. So Perry got him on a 1-2 on the inside corner. And so the Phillies break on top. Break in with a run on a hit and no errors. After 3, San Diego 7, Philadelphia 1. And a reminder that starting Thursday night in prime time here on Twitch, Thursday and Friday in prime time, the Open Championship from Royal St. George's. The third stop of our ATG Golf Tour, using ASG Golf, Thursday and Friday in prime time. If your name is Tom Morris, you're going to be seen Thursday night at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, or midnight for the summertime. Leaders will get their rounds covered Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern, 5 British Summer Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific, right here on Retro Sports Network. Yes, and after Tiddlywinks, it's murder, she wrote. Followed by the CBS Sunday night movie, I Am Valerie Bertinelli's Stunt Double. The story of a young woman who couldn't quite break through in movies and was always overshadowed by the cuter Valerie Bertinelli. Starring Dana Plato. All tonight on CBS. Thomas is 1 for 1. He has walked, singled, and scored twice. Brewster starts the 4th with a ground ball right back to Warren over to Hebner for the out. That probably would have been Dana Plato's best role. Stealing the jokes from football season already. Well, you haven't had the technical difficulties that Randy Lerch did. It's 7-0 San Diego here in the 4th. Oscar Gamble, as I said, he's got the hard part of the cycle already done. He has a homer and a triple, and he's driven in 4. Brewster deals. There's a ground ball to Boa over to first. Gamble can run, and he is out by an eyelash. They got him on the bang banger. What a throw by Boa. And there's 2 out for Winfield, who has walked and doubled. He's 1 for 1. 7 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Padres. They've left 3 on. The Phillies, 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors, and 2 left on. See, this is why I'm not a professional broadcaster MVP tonight. Pitch to Winfield is a slow roller to Boa in front of the bag, over to first, and the side is retired. So Brewster has been effective. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 3.5, it's San Diego 7, Philadelphia 1. So Perry will face Luzinski, Hebner, and Maddox here in the 4th. Luzinski is 0 for 1. Pitch, and there's a fly ball right center field. Thomas comes in, makes the catch, 1 out. Here's Hebner, he's 0 for 1. So they're loving this result in Pittsburgh and in parts of Southern California, south of Oceanside especially. Yeah, not much cardiac baseball today. You can't win them all, but that's what you get when you do a daily game. Sometimes you get some, and sometimes you don't. Pitch to Hebner. There's a slow roller to Smith on the infield over to Tennis for the out. 2 away. The other game of the week, that's right, Bob and Tony. Except for in home markets, where you get to see the excruciating loss in real time. Gary Maddox is 0 for 1. He struck out once. Perry has struck out 2 so far. And Gary hits that one into right field, or left field, for a hit. Who's Seattle playing? I don't know who they're playing today. The Yankees beat them 15-0 yesterday. Like Ron Guidry needed any help. Bob Boone is 0 for 1. So he said a few minutes ago, keep an eye on Rob with an exclamation point channel on YouTube. He and Dale Lonsdale's sister are chatting on a regular basis. And hopefully Dale continues to pull through after his surgery and his COVID diagnosis. Yep, as Mark said, that was the only golf where you could watch them play while eating your Frosted Flakes. Yep, for sure. Especially if you lived on the West Coast, because they would come on at like 6 in the morning. Pitch to Boone is a fly ball to left field. Gamble will come in, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the 5th. San Diego 7, Philadelphia 1. So Brewster trying to get another inning out of him. He would bat second in the bottom of the 5th to face Tennis, Gonzalez, and Allman. Gene 2 for 2. He is singled and tripled and drove in run number 49. Also has scored a run. Struck him out. Brewster got him on a 1-2 on the inside corner. So Fernando Gonzalez, 1 for 2. He drove in 2. Now his 29 RBI on the year. And stole his 8th base. Line drive to left. And somebody from Harrisburg made the play. Count is full, 1 out. From the wind. Ball 4. So Gonzalez. What are we taking our time for? Oh, Boone didn't like that on the full count. And has a few words for Jose Feliciano behind the plate. And Jose says, I don't want to hear about it. So here's Allman. Bill is 0 for 2. He is struck out, reaches on a fielder's choice, and stole a base. Boone and Brewster take some time. Warren says, get back there. Allman swings one to short. Boa to Sizemore for 1. Over to Hebner. That should be 2. And it is. And so halfway home, no runs, no hits, no errors. San Diego 7 as we go to the break. Philadelphia 1. Frandy Lurch's mom is watching. Don't watch this part. If you joined us late, however, Oscar Gamble, a 3-run homer in the top of the 1st to make it 3-0. And Fernando Gonzalez brought home the 4th on a fielder's choice. Padres sent 9 to the plate in the process. And then they chased Randy with 3 more in the 2nd. A triple by Gamble to score Darryl Thomas. Gene Tennis tripled to bring home Gamble. And then Fernando Gonzalez singled to bring home Tennis to make it 7-0. And then in the 3rd, Mike Schmidt hit into a fielder's choice to make it 7-1. So the final numbers on Lurch are bad. An inning and 2/3, 6 hits, 7 runs, all earned. The home run to Gamble, he walked 3 and struck out 2. And his ERA went up 42 hundredths of a run. It was at 4 flat to start the ballgame. Gaylord Perry, 3 hits through 4, and just the 1 run. So Sizemore, a pinch hitter, and Schmidt here to face Perry in the 5th. Sizemore's got himself a double and scored. He's 1 for 1. And there's a base hit up the middle. Ted's going to hold with a single. And the Phillies have their 4th hit. So that'll do it for Brewster. Who can hit a righty? No. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? So pinch hitting is Tim McCarver. Tim at 263, 4 homers and 13 RBI. Sizemore can steal. Pitch to McCarver is a slow roller to Allman. And he got a late jump on it, and Tim's got himself an infield hit. So Sizemore on second, McCarver on first for Schmidt. Mike is 0 for 2. It's driven in the 61st run of the year. 18 batters deep for Perry, 68 pitches, 4 innings plus, 5 hits, a walk and 2 strikeouts. Pitch to Schmidt. Struck him out. He got him with a 2-2 on the inside corner, 1 away. For Boa, who singled and walked and stole a base. So the Phillies are threatening here to make this a game. Line to ground ball to Gonzalez. Smith for 1. No throw to first. So Ozzie got the flip, but he couldn't get the ball out. So 2 out. They got the 4s. So 4-6 on the fielder's choice. Sizemore on third. Boa on first for McBride, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch to Bake. Ground ball to third. Allman flips it to Gonzalez for the easy out. That will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. Phillies leave a couple on. We go to the 6th. It's San Diego 7, Philadelphia 1. So Tug McGraw is the wife. Can you leave me a seltzer too, please? The wife's leaving for work early. I got a little bit of Gatorade left over, but we're going to need something else. So we'll get that. So Tug McGraw making his 26th appearance of the year. He's 4-1 with 3 saves. And an ERA at 2.29. He is a screwball pitcher. Did we mention his son married Faith Hill? Fastball tops out at 86. Oh! Ay, 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 ay. Do I want to be famous? No. Ron's already famous. By your fame and fortune. Did I Okay, we didn't finish the McGraw thing, did we? 4-1, 3 saves, a 2.29 ERA. Against the Padres, he has yet to face them. He last pitched 2 nights ago, or 2 days ago, against San Francisco, 2/3 of an inning, and struck out a batter. So in 35 1/3 innings, 27 hits, 3 homers, 9 runs, all earned. He has walked 7 and struck out 84, and he can throw 70 pitches, and I bet I let him go close to that. Excuse me. He'll face Dave Roberts, who's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. McGraw deals, and there's a ground ball to third. Schmidt across the way to Hebner, 1 out. I think it's cute. I wonder how much you get paid for doing that. Going into someone's stream and posting a spam message, or if it's a bot. Gaylord Perry is famous, and all he did was spit. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Make it thrice as Perry swings and misses on a 2-2 fastball, 2 out. So that'll bring up Ozzy. Mr. Smith has walked and scored. He's 0 for 2. Slow ground ball to second. Sizemore throws it over to Hebner. My night pill. Let me finish that real quick. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 7-1. Anything to say? My wife says hello. Ah, you know what, Jamie? I hadn't thought of that. Buckshot Kid, thank you for the follow, my friend. It is probably a bot. And that's how Aunt Becky got tied up. Yes. Thanks for that. Now I got to write that down, but you just gave me the joke for the next digital of dice. Luzinski is 0 for 2. Hebner and Maddox to follow here. Apparently my box of seltzer cans got dropped by somebody because I'd show it to you, but it really won't do you any good. It's amazing how something so dented doesn't explode. But this one is, yeah, this one got dropped. Here's not by my wife. I got dropped by my wife once. Pitch to Luzinski is a liner up the middle, a base hit. That's going to the wall. Luzinski's in with a double. And that's a 6 hit for the Phillies. Here's Hebner. Richie is 0 for 2. 7 hits for the Pods, 6 for the Phils. But the only thing that matters is 7-1 San Diego. Hebner. Slow ground ball to Tennis. Flips it over to Perry. Hebner is retired. Luzinski moves to third. 1 out. Never told you how the ballpark's playing tonight. Bad Ronnie. Bad Ronnie. Lefties, it's neutral for batting average. Righties +2. Lefties +72% in the home run department. That's how Gamble smashed his in the first. And the righties +28. The wind's blowing out to right field at 18. So 1 out. Maddox has struck out and singled. He's 1 for 2. And Perry got him again. He swung on and put it in the glove of Roberts. 2 out. For Boone is 0 for 2. Perry deals. Got him! So 1-2, strike 3 looking. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave him at after 6, 7-1 San Diego. So it'll be Thomas, Gamble, and Winfield to face McGraw here in the 7th. The Tugger going for a 2nd inning of work. Here's Spit in Your Eye. There you go. I muted that before you heard me sneeze. Come on. Thomas has singled, scored twice, and walked. Pitch to Thomas is a ground ball to third. Schmidt across the way, 1 out. Thomas wasn't running very fast there, and Schmidt had time to sign it. There's Gamble. Oscar's had himself a whale of a day. He is 2 for 3. He has tripled, homered, and driven in 4. McGraw deals. Into left center field. Maddox goes back to the track to make the catch. 2 out. For Winfield, who singled, or doubled rather, scored and walked. And there's a ground ball foul, third base side. Ball boy flips it to a nice little kid in the stands. Has mother tattooed on his left arm with a heart. 0-2 the count to Winfield. McGraw's pitch. Into right field, McBride, and he will retire the side. Stretch time, 7-1 Padres. So Gaylord Perry at 98 pitches will start the bottom of the 7th. He'll face Sizemore, McGraw, and Schmidt. Sizemore has singled and doubled and scored a run. He's 2 for 2. Perry delivers. There's a slow roller to Ozzie, and that's not why he's a wizard yet. So Sizemore reaches on the air, and that'll bring up McGraw. There are under the Bud sign. If you look real careful after where the play-by-play box is, that is the Phillies thing, typeface from the 90s. I forgot when they took out the rainbow seat. Someone would know. I'm not even sure those would have been good football seats. Those are boxes up there, though, aren't they? If you're not knowing what I'm talking about, if you look where the ball is on the scoreboard, there's a Budweiser ad beneath it. And then I think that would be either the football press box or some luxury boxes. Anywho, McGraw's going to bunt. Tennis and Allman play for it. Roberts has it, throws to Gonzalez covering, and the sacrifice works. Sizemore's on. So 1 out for Schmidt, who's 0 for 3. Mike has struck out and driven in a run. Perry through 27 batters, 103 pitches, 6 in the 3rd inning, 6 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. So Gaylord looking for win number 12. Pitch to Schmidt. Got away from Roberts, and Sizemore moves up 90 on the pass ball. So a little too much of a goober on that pitch. And it got away. It took me about a year and a half to figure out I had a mute button on the microphone here. So I muted it again to sneeze, and the sneeze just won't come. So screw it. Pitch to Schmidt. There's a chopper right side. It's going to get down for a hit. Sizemore will score at 7-2. So both teams have 7 hits. The Phillies have 2 runs. 7-2. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out for Boa. 1 for 2 with a single, a walk, and a stolen base. We've yet to hear from Gardner again in a while. Hopefully they didn't have to cart him off the field when he was playing for the Lions against the Packers in that preseason tilt. Pitch to Boa. Base hit right side. Winfield will pick it up. Schmidt will hold it second. And the Phillies got something cooking here for McBride, who's still sitting on a 10-game hitting streak. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Perry scuffling a bit here in the bottom of the 7th. Roberts and Perry go out to have a few words. Gaylord's ready. Little chopper to Gonzalez. He goes to Ozzie for 1. Over to Tennis. McBride can fly. And no, sir, they did not get him. So the fielder's choice goes 4-6. Schmidt moves to 3rd. And now I'll bring up Luzinski, who's 1 for 3 with a double. Now, do you send McBride and hope the computer walks Luzinski to have Hebner come up? I think that's what we're going to try and do here. Throw to second is not in time, so McBride will steal the base. And let's see what they do with Luzinski with first base open and an 0-1 count. They pitched to him, and it worked. It struck him out. Luzinski was fooled on the inside corner. He watched strike 3. Oh, baby, a run for the Phillies on 2 hits and an error. After 7, San Diego 7, Philadelphia 2. So McGraw, of course, will stay in. 2 innings and a strikeout so far. And he'll face Tennis, Gonzalez, and Allman. Tennis has a single and a triple, an RBI, and a run scored. McGraw's pitch, ball 4. So baseball for you tomorrow afternoon, starting next week. So 7:29. The Wednesday game will shift to a night game. We've got 2 night streams coming up this week. So starting next Wednesday, it'll be a night game. Don't ask me who's playing. I haven't thought that far ahead. Pitch to Gonzalez, who's 1 for 2, strike 3. Tugger got him on a full count curve, and that's his second strikeout. Brings up Allman. 0 for 3, grounded into a double play, struck out, and stole a base. Not necessarily in that order. Got him! We got a good morning. That's a good afternoon on the 0-2 fastball. And now let's see if Roberts can be the good night. He is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And the Phillies, really since Randy Lurch left, have done a good job. Perry has kept him in check. Pitch to Roberts. Ground ball to short. Boa flips it to Sizemore, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. San Diego 7, Philadelphia 2. Jamie's got me wondering now. I wonder how much you would have to pay for that 19th deck seat at the Vet. Imagine buying one of those seats between the Bud sign and the replay board. You'd have to think they'd be obstructed view, right? I mean, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of a cookie cutter, is to have everything obstructed view, but they couldn't have been pricey seats. Hebner, Maddox, and Boone here in the bottom of the 8th. Hebner 0 for 3. Perry probably won't go the distance, but he's probably going to get his 12th win. Right to Ozzie, over to tennis, 1 out. And Shirley, Bob will pitch. So Bob Shirley making his 28th appearance is 9-7. He's made 19 starts. An ERA of 3.41. He will be used except for one more time out of the rotation, out of the pen the rest of the way. He's a fastball pitcher at 90 and a ground ball pitcher. He has faced the Phillies twice, both out of the pen, 2 innings, a hit, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Double switch as Tucker Ashford comes into play second. And Shirley will be in the 6th spot in the lineup. He hasn't pitched in 10 days. He last went against the Reds on the 11th. Went an inning, walked 1, and struck out 1. So in 124 innings, he's allowed 103 hits, 8 home runs, 58 runs in total, 47 earned. He has walked 50 and struck out 74. With a 5-run lead, why not? Maddox is 1 for 3. Shirley is a lefty. Jamie's going about $3.78, I would think. Now, of course, there probably was no scoreboard out in that part of the Vet in the early 70s. Remember, if you look where that scoreboard is in right field, the out-of-town board for one of the leagues, there was the dot matrix board there. I think they put seats in. Kind of like where the red part of that football box is, or that party deck in right field. This is the type of stuff you wouldn't hear about in a Fortnite stream for sure. Maddox has struck out twice. He'll strike out a 3rd time. Roberts throws to tennis for the out. So 2 out for Boone, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Pitch from Shirley. Ball 4. Yep, Shirley, we do jest. And as Leslie Nielsen would say, don't call me Shirley. Sizemore is 2 for 3. Single, doubled, and scored twice. 7-2. Padres, bottom of the 8th. Sizemore. The ball got away in a wild pitch. I thought that was strike 3. Of course, it's a 1-0 count. And Shirley can't find the plate. From the stretch, Boone on second, ball 4. So with 2 out, now you're going to have to pinch hit for McGraw. Who can hit a lefty? And the answer? Jerry Martin. Martin at 250, 6 homers and 24 RBI. Enrico Plazo is manning the first base umpire spot tonight. Where this shot was taken from, and I would guess the base of that top deck. This is one of the... Imagine trying to buy seats up there on the top rows. I suppose it wouldn't be so bad for a Eagles game. Pitch to Martin. Ground ball to Shirley, you jest. Over to Tennis, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 9, 7-2 San Diego. So Ron Reed, 6-3 with 15 saves and a 2.47 ERA, making his 39th appearance of the year. He is 6-3 against the Padres. 2 games, 2 innings, 1 hit, and 2 strikeouts. He does have a save. And yep, 54 hours till real baseball. Reed's last outing was the 19th against the Giants. 2 innings and 3 strikeouts. So 58 1/3 innings. Reed was, for the longest time, the tallest player in baseball. Randy Johnson took over that distinction. 58 1/3 innings, 43 hits, 3 homers, 18 runs, 16 earned, 10 walks, and 54 strikeouts. Fastball at 88 and a fly ball pitcher. Yep, this is real simulated baseball. Ashford at 204. 2 homers and 15 RBI. Schmidt, Boa, and McBride for the Phillies in the bottom of the 9th. How you doing, Super Bowl tournament? Watch for his Pro Strategy football stuff on his channel. Pitch to Ashford is a liner into right field. McBride is there, but he'll drop for a hit. 8th hit for the Padres, 7 runs, 8 hits, and error. They've left 4 on. The Phillies, 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors, and they've left 10 on. Wind out to right now at 21 and a comfortable 75 here at the Vet. Ozzy's 0 for 3, has walked and scored a run. Throw to first, Ashford leaning, but he's back. Pitch to Smith, line drive, foul. First base side. Some little girl wearing a Reese's sweatshirt from Hershey. How sweet is that? Makes the grab, and the count is 0-2. Pitch to Ozzy. Slow roller to Schmidt. Sizemore for 1. They're going to throw to first. Ozzy's going to beat that out. And there's 1 away. So 5-4 on the fielder's choice for Thomas, who was 1 for 3. He has walked and scored twice. Got him! Reed got him on an 0-2. And apparently the strike zone has gotten as wide as my waist when I was a kid, because that is a I want to go home strike if there ever was one. Here's Gamble. Oscar, 2 for 4. Tripled that 3-run shot in the first. Has driven in 4. Has scored twice. 2 out, pitch to Gamble. Slow roller to Schmidt across the way. Gamble can run, and he's out. So they got him on the bang banger. We head to the bottom of the 9th. No runs, no hits, or 1 hit, no errors. San Diego 7, Philadelphia 2. So Schmidt, who I think Jamie was right, or Tribe fan, he lost a bet to lead off. Boa and McBride to face Shirley here in the 9th. Schmidt is 1 for 4. Has singled, struck out, and driven in 2. Now a 62 RBI on the year. Line drive, left field. Gamble is there, 1 out. Did I tell you Ashford was a 3 at second? Well, if not, I have now. Boa, 2 for 3. He has singled twice, walked once, and stole a base. Johnny Carson on at 11:30. Johnny's guest tonight, Carol Wayne, Waylon Flowers, and Madam. And if there's enough time left, Charles Nelson Riley's hanging around with the big banana. Pitch to Boa is a ground ball to third. Allman got a late jump, and Boa will beat it up. So the 9th hit for the Phils, and that'll bring up McBride, who's got one more chance to add on to his 10-game hitting streak. 0 for 4 with a strikeout and a stolen base. This, by the way, Mr. Forsberg, would be a Monday night game, the 21st of August. So Johnny probably was off, and if this was 78, either Newhart or David Brenner would be the guest host, right? Yep. It's a lot of them on YouTube as well. Love Johnny's stuff. Pitch to McBride is a liner to third. Allman's got it, throw to first. Ball game over. They doubled off Boa, and that's how this one ends. Wow, wow, wow. And so the Phillies aren't going to like that. The final score, San Diego 7, Philadelphia 2. Oh, that one is funny. Robin Williams and Jonathan Winters. Here's a true story before we go in the game wrap-up. I got thrown out of my dorm lounge anytime that Robin Williams was on with Johnny Carson because I wouldn't stop laughing. And imagine that, my laughs weren't quiet. 7 runs, 8 hits, an error for the Padres. 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Phillies. Perry goes to 12 and 9, 7 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, 1 was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 6. Gamble 2 for 5, a triple, and a home run is our player of the game from digitaldice.com. He drove in 4. Lurch was lurched. An inning and 2/3, 6 hits, 7 runs, all earned. Gave up the homer to Gamble. Walked 3 and struck out 2. The Phillies bullpen shut them down the rest of the day. And Bob Shirley, you jest, an inning and 2/3 and allowed a hit. So there as you have it. So right now the lead's 5.5. Let's play the rest of the day in baseball. It's a short day. There's only 8 games. And we start with the Blue Jays beating the Rangers 5-1. Moore goes to 8 and 8. Doc Ellis goes to 6 and 6. Willie Horton, really? With his first home run, 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. J.R. Richard goes to 9 and 9. He throws a 3-hitter. He strikes out 8. Terry Poole goes 1 for 3 with a stolen base and a walk. And Houston beats Chicago 2-0 in a day game at the Astrodome. Okay. Cincinnati beats St. Louis 7-2. Bonham goes to 7 and 9. He gets the win. The Cardinals walk 13 batters. Johnny Bench 2 for 4. Make sure I'm on the screen, with his 24th of the year. The Mets beat the Giants 8-1. Goodness gracious. Jerry Koosman goes to 8 and 11. Vida Blue drops to 9 and 11. Joel Youngblood, who remember would play for both teams on the same day 4 years later, 3 for 5 with 4 RBI and a triple. The Expos have beaten the Dodgers. So the Dodgers lose a game. It's now a 5-game lead. Ross Grimsley goes to 16 and 8. Bob Welch 5 and 3. Larry Parrish 2 for 3 with a double. Detroit beats Minnesota 5-1. Jack Billingham goes to 8 and 11. Jeff Zahn 10 and 11. Lance Parrish 2 for 4 with his 14th home run of the year. He drives in 3. And last but not least, the A's pound out 16 hits, but the Orioles beat them 6-5. Mike Flanagan goes to 15 and 12. Lacey goes to 7 and 10. Eddie Murray drives in 3 with his 21st home run of the year. And so, before we leave you on a Tuesday afternoon, tomorrow's game at noon Eastern, the Yankees and the Angels from Anaheim, 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific. The Yankees 69 and 53, the Angels 65 and 61. The standings as we head into the next day, it'll be the Phillies by 2.5 over Pittsburgh. The Dodgers lead over the Padres and Reds is now 5 games. In the East, Milwaukee by a game and a half over the Orioles, 3 over the Yankees. And in the West, Kansas City by a game over Texas, 4 over California, and Minnesota is 4.5 back. And a reminder that you will see 18-hole coverage Thursday and Friday of the Open Championship on the ATG Golf Tour right here on Retro Sports Network. If your name is Tom Morris, congratulations. You're going to be featured Thursday night in prime time. We'll bring out the leaders Saturday and Sunday at noon. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow.